Oh my God, it's so juicy. It was so cold at that eyewear party that I had to put my scarf on and all this shit. It's your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing amazeballs, and I am here, hunty, to give you a review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season number 8, episode number 1. Go ahead and thumbs this video up. That's how I know that you want to see more of these. While you're watching, just click that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And also, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free 99, aka free, so that you can see more content. This is a little disclaimer. Now, this isn't The Real Housewives of Atlanta, of course. This is a review, sweetie. So if you missed it or you don't want any spoilers, okay, you need to go on the Bravo TV. I don't know if they got it. Plenty of people got it on websites and stuff, so you need to check it out. Then you can come back over here and see what I got to say. If you don't like reviews, then don't watch. Of course, we have to see the new intro, and Phaedra is back without Apollo. You know he locked up. They really not gonna let him out. Porsha has her peach back, honey. You know she was on peach probation. Kandi is back. And she is with child. Cynthia and Kenya, they're rounding it out. Sheree is back this season. Marlo came back just a little bit. I don't know if she's gonna be there through the entirety of the season. And Regine Hunter, Tootie. Kim Fields is a part of this season. I'm so excited. She'll be a part of next week's episode. Kandi and Todd, they're going to meet with my favorite, Dr. Jackie. Yes, Dr. Jackie, you better be getting them celebrity cons. Yes. Todd and Kandi really want to have a baby, so I'm glad, however they did it, good job. Dr. Jackie was like, well, what are you guys, leaning towards having? We just want a healthy baby. Right, Ty? He was like, that's right. Good job. You better be drinking your milk and sitting that ass down, because that's what Dr. Jackie was saying. She was like, ma'am, you getting older, you got fibroids, baby, you a high-risk pregnancy. She was like, what you mean? I need to sit down, sit that ass down. That's what she meant. Phaedra is swirling in that house like, yippee. She got her cheese and her lemonade and her fruit, and she is waiting for Porsha to come on over, Christina Aguilera, because they're now bosom buddies since everything happened. And you know what? It's like they play musical friend chairs on Real Housewives of Atlanta. F's with Porsha. I cannot with that monstrous booty that I want. And Faye had to say the same thing. She was like, that's a monster. That's two big old bowling balls. Faye is saying she speaks to Apollo. She sends him postcards when she on trips. I was hollering. I was like, what? Porsha's new boo booked her on social media, and he's my age. He younger than me. Go ahead, girl. Get him. Now it's time to talk to Cynthia. Lord, the Walking Dead music was playing. I thought walkers were coming out of nowhere. This is old news to us. Uncle Ben on the video. See, this is where social media gets your ass in trouble. He's been around my neck of the state with this new Sports One, and we've all seen the video. He was whispering sweet nothings in baby girl's ear. He puts in a slight chokehold. Then he puts his hands all down her chest, and then the girl is like, oh, and got it on camera. I said, oh, hell. Here goes Cynthia. She just got her wine. She is giving us Angela Bassett stare. I was like, oh, shit. In the all black, I said, oh, it's about to go down. Uncle Ben comes in. He like, oh, it's hot. Hey, baby. She was like, hey. What is this, Peter? He like, oh my God, really, Stella. Now y'all know Uncle Ben really don't give a fuck about what's going on. We've been knowing this since they got married, okay? So I wasn't expecting him to be like, baby, it's not what you think. He was like, okay. She frequents the bar. That's my friend. I was telling her something in her ear, and then I felt her titty a little bit. Like it wasn't nothing, girl. Cynthia opening up that vocal box this season. She said, I do agree with Cynthia. If it had been her, Peter would have been filing for divorce. Them papers were already been drawn up. It's the double standard. But Peter, Uncle Ben, he ain't up no good. I feel like we're her extended family, and Cynthia is getting it now. I felt a little uncomfortable sitting there with them. I was like, ooh. Porsha's boo is on his way in. His name is Duke. Some name. So she got a nice little hotel room so they can let's get it on. So he comes over, and I wasn't expecting Duke to, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't. So he plays football. So she's going down the football lane again. And like I said, he's a little younger than her. So he was ready to tap that ass. And she was like, wait, I got the chocolates. And, okay, never mind. The conversation, what was she expecting? Like, she expected him to... She was like, How was your trip? It was good. I almost didn't make it. Like, you want me to take my clothes off now? Duke swole though. I see you do. Go ahead, Porsha. She was like, come on in here, boy. Come on. Bring your book back. It's time for us to see Kenya. Child, I ain't seen Kenya since Celebrity Apprentice when Miss Vivica Fox told her, girl, psst, bounce. Kenya now feels like Atlanta is home. So she is finally going to get her home. She saw one. I'm thinking this shit is already done. Okay. No, ma'am. And it's in the same neighborhood. Looky at Chateau Charade, as they call it. 500 feet to be exact. Sidebar, Cynthia's with her. She now has an eyewear line. Yes, Cynthia, you better have eyewear. I love it. Now, you know they good girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? So, she's showing her new home. Sidebar, Chateau Charade is still under construction. Okay, it's been about 4 or 5 years post Charade telling us about Chateau Charade. You know what? I don't think it take that long to build no home. I mean, I ain't never built no home from the ground up, but I'm not thinking it'd take about 5 years. I'm gonna give a juice. Kenya, you need to hush, puppy. She taking Cynthia all Alice in Wonderland driveway, giving me being Mary Jane tease with a mix of obsessed and enough home. Y'all remember them glass crazy looking houses? I was like, what the hell is this? That driveway though, like how the hell, what if you want to order some pizza? How are they going to get there? Ma'am, what if something happens to you? How is the ambulance going to get there in time? You're going to be dead. You're done. And you live by your lonesome. Poor little Velvet done went to be with the Lord. What? I love Cynthia. She was like, you ain't got to show me everything, child. I don't live here. My house is done. Fei-Fei's mama is there helping with the children, and Fei-Fei trying to get her life back on track. So we're going to fast forward over to Todd and Kandi. They're trying to get, you know, their garage all set up. And Apollo's bicycles are there. And Kandi is like, oh my God, Todd, like, you really needed to have his bicycles there? He was like, babe, like, that's my friend. That's what friends are for. Don't worry. Fei-Fei is saying one thing, and Todd says when he talks to Apollo is like, he ain't seen his kids and he don't know when, and he talks to him probably monthly. I was like, ooh. Kandi still hasn't talked to Fei-Fei like that. It's still very weird with their friendship, unresolved issues, and you know, Kandi, she like, I don't know, it's just weird. And I'm still sitting here like, why is everything still weird? Here's some stuff we ain't talked about. We didn't know the backstory with the Fine DVD that Fei-Fei had. So she went to Todd, being that he does production and stuff, to get the DVD finished. Here's the kicker. Todd didn't get his final installment for the DVD fee. That's why he mad. It's not even about the money. It's about the principle. You know what? I do agree with that. Kandi shouldn't have to bring that up, sweetie. You should have dotted your eyes and got that contract together, okay? I don't care if you're a friend of the family or not. Get your life, especially when you talk about stacks of money. Todd, that was up to you, Puddin' Pie. Sorry. Back at Fei-Fei, she finally wants to go ahead and file for divorce, and her mom is like, yes, honey, because you need peace. Ooh, hallelujah. We going back to Kandi's, and all I want to talk about is Riley, because I just love Riley. She's everything. She was like, Mom, the clothes aren't fitting. You're not even that big. Kandi, go on and get you some maternity wear, sweetie. Go ahead. Cynthia's getting ready for her eyewear party. Regardless of what's going on with Uncle Ben, she still got to get her coin, honey. Okay? Mallory comes over in full 32 inches. Yes, Mallory. You better give it Mallory every season. She look better and better. That's another thing with Mallory that I like about her. Even though sometimes she don't do it at the right time, she is ready to just cut the BS and talk about the issues at hand. She was like, so about this video, child. Cynthia was like, do you think that Peter is cheating on me? And she was like, yes. I do. We done told you that. I told you that when we were hiding the certificate, but you didn't understand. Cynthia is trying to defend her relationship and saying how she's very, very secure. I understand that, sweetie. It's great to be secure, but if your man just think it's okay to be whispering in bitches' ears and rubbing on necks and titty feeling, no, that's not right. At the end of the day, you can be as secure as you want to, but there's a line that you just do not cross, okay? You don't do that. So yes, I agree with Mallory. Like, no. Mallory out of nowhere was like, are you attracted to Peter? She was like, yeah, I'm attracted to him. Yeah. Then Mallory took it a step further. With his clothes off, she said, no. Mallory was like, you're not attracted to your husband, girl? What? understand how a lot is going on with them. And yes, when you're mad at somebody, you don't want them. But there's like a baseline attraction. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're upset. You like, don't look at me. But you like, okay, I guess. Mallory was like, come on, cry on mama's shoulder. Come on, cry on my shoulder, child. She was like, girl, you know what, Cynthia, I commend her for being very strong and to keep it pushing. But girl, you can't cover up shat. It's gonna start to stink. Life is too short to be miserable. We ain't got time. Cynthia, we are rooting for you. It is time for the event. Cynthia, she's getting ready. All the guests are coming in. She had a good turnout. I was hollering at Kenya's confessionals when she was saying Chateau she can't pay. Hollering, Chateau charade. It was so much shade. Here comes Marlo. Mac Daddy Peter finally comes in. So funny when Peter comes in, everybody looking like this nigga. Okay, Kenya, you know what? I understand that Cynthia is your friend, Kenya. I get that. Even though I don't know if that's your friend. Maybe she, okay, anyway. So she felt a type of way because of Peter and what he did to Cynthia, and I can totally understand that. That's not your relationship. All you need to do when he came over to hug you, give him a little church pitter-pat hug and say, okay, and leave it like that. She going back and forth. Why did you do that? And no, I'm not gonna. And you know, Peter is not wrapped too tight, so of course his dumb ass gonna say, where was I? Oh, I was with the girl. And of course Kenya was like, why in the world did you say that? It was just back and forth. So it was already super combative and defensive anyway. But Kenya, girl, what were you expecting from Peter? Were you expecting him to laugh and walk away? That ain't Peter's style. He argues with everybody. But for him to keep calling her this motherfucker, this Peter, really? It's so damn disrespectful. I can't with Peter. Now it's time for a powwow with all the girls. Mallory comes over and spills all the tea that her sister gave her. I was like, oh my God, in confidence, even though this was on camera. But still, Mallory, girl. Mallory got that good polyjuice potion wine. Cynthia makes her grand entrance, honey, okay, in that bikini, slaying everybody, including myself. I say, yes, girl, you better have them healthy thighs and ass. Yes! You know what? Cynthia turn shat into sugar. You better have your eyewear line. You better have people in there. You better kill the kids. Do that, Cynthia. Do that. And here comes Sheree. Girl, I ain't seen Sheree since Iyanla. Sheree and Marlo, they kiki. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe, okay, come to Jesus. Everybody hugged Sheree and like, girl, bitch, yeah. Except for Kenya. Kenya was like, Kenya gives her that, we're neighbors now. Sheree was like, oh, okay, yeah. She was like, yeah. I mean, the whole neighborhood is asking about the house. You know what, Kenya, that's why Peter cussed your ass out. I'm just saying, like, he shouldn't have, but okay. Sheree was like, oh, so anybody, you know, who's built a house before can talk to me, but if they haven't, they can keep renting. They start talking about the Moore Manor. Are you finished with it yet? Kenya was like, well, no. And she was like, is it mold in there? I said, oh, no. Sheree goes back and was like, nobody should be in my business, okay? Kenya was like, well, there are plenty in your business, like the city, because you can't finish that bitch. Kenya had to give the finish at the end. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna be moved in, and you still gonna be in that damn tent, okay? I was hollering, and Sheree was about to throw that ass into the Hilton Garden Inn. I was done. I was finished, and the argument isn't even over. We had a to be continued. I enjoyed this episode. It was very full. My question of the video, because I love the comments down below, is what did you think of Cynthia and Uncle Ben? Let's talk about this down below. And also, I want to know what you think about that big old shade fest with Chateau Sheree and the Moore Manor. I got home late when it was time for me to see Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I wasn't able to live tweet with you guys. But I did ask, what did you guys think? And big shout out to you guys for letting me know while I was watching. And y'all were like, Miss P, you better check out Watch What Happens Live, because Aunt Vivica was up there as well as Mama Joyce. And there goes Candy Cane. She was there too. It was a good little round out of shade. When she said that 50 Cent was the pot that was calling the kettle black about all the gay comments, everybody was like, what? Vivica! Psst, bounce. And then the booty snatcher comment. Psst. I was like, whoa, Vivica. You know what? Andy gonna have her on every chance. He get every chance. All in all, this was a good episode 1. I would love to hear your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.